Ladies, I was thinking about our last episode when we were talking about brand new season. And I was thinking about all of the different seasons within my life I've had. And, I've come a long way with my past. But I think at times, one of the things we were talking about was being busy. One of the things that I've really noticed is people and myself, I was like this too, that busyness of always running around or doing something. And what it came down to was, I think my biggest change came when I asked myself this one question: what am I avoiding?
Mm.
What do you think of that question? What am I avoiding?
It's a great question. Absolutely a great question because it makes you come face to face with the one thing that you want probably most to have happen, but are not prepared to feel uncomfortable about.
Like that. I like the way you said that. Yeah.
I mean, it's busyness for me has always been in the form of procrastinating on something by doing something else, the avoidance of, right? And it's easy to do that because you still get that, that dopamine feeling of, well, I'm busy, I'm doing stuff, like I'm getting this stuff checked off my to-do list, right? Even though it's if in reality the stuff that you're doing is so far down on the to-do list, it doesn't matter, but you're doing it right now because you don't want to do the other thing, that one thing that you are avoiding that would make such a huge difference in your life by doing it.
I can't say
Yeah.
any more than that because
I
you
know.
just said,
Well, it
you
was
just said it because it is like there was an episode we had long ago, and you mentioned that you had to write something, and you found that you would get up and go look for something to eat, and I was like, oh, Tracy, why would you do that? Like, come on. And so I'm doing something, and I go, oh my God, I'm getting up and I'm going to look for something to eat. Never eating it, but it's like, oh, I want to disrupt my whatever I'm doing. And I was like, I never thought I did that, but that's that busyness, same concept where you're
Yeah.
avoiding something so you find something different to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you stopped me from doing that because I never realized I was doing it. It was always I would sit down and then find some way to not do that particular thing.
I know. It's
Usually if it
amazing.
involved numbers.
and I know there's like we all have busy lives, and I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about you have to do certain things at certain, there is busy lives, and the three of us have busy lives. But I used to be at a point where if I was not working out, cleaning my house, or running somewheres, I could not sit still. And of course, that was my anxiety, and I was not in the best frame of mind or the best environment. Okay. And that's, I think, what I want to kind of have that. That's what I was like, what are you avoiding? And I'd be at work 2 hours before I was supposed to serve, and then I'd go home and I would bring work with me. And then I'd be so exhausted, I would collapse in the bed, but only sleep 2 to 3 hours
Yeah.
because the mind constantly is going. But I was avoiding the situation I was in. I was avoiding all of this stuff on this. So I think it's important to even be able to every day sit and just take a breather, even if it's only 15 minutes. Like, I don't even mean like if you want to go out and take a stroll, but don't have like your phone on or anything. I think it's important that we learn to sit within our own thoughts, even if it's for 15 minutes. because
to ask that question.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the key part there, is just to go, if you do a movement, why am I doing this? Like, why? Like, if I disrupting what I'm supposed to be doing, stop and ask why. I get your 15 minutes of calmness and all that, but to me, I had to look at what I was doing on the daily to understand that there was certain areas I was avoiding. Okay, why? Because I don't want to do it, because I have to get out of my comfort zone, because I have to put myself out there, or, could be many things.
And it can be as simple as, I just don't want to do it. Like I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And in which case it's like that can invite another question of, is there somebody else that could do this for me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do it, so can I get somebody else to do it for me, and then I don't have to do it, right?
Yeah, right.
But it's like, for real change and growth to happen, when we actually confront the one thing that we don't want to do, because we just either don't want to do it, like go to the gym, we don't want it, like everything you want is on the other side of that. Everything. You don't want to go to the gym, but you want the body. You don't want to, you want to lose 10 pounds, but you're going to eat the potato chips. Like everything is on the other side of that thing that you're avoiding. It's just, it's such an impactful question to ask yourself.
Yeah.
So great.
And even if you say, I don't know, okay, why don't you know? Like, there, you have to sometimes ask that, you keep asking yourself that question a couple of times. Like, why don't you know? There's a blockage there. What do you mean you don't know? There is. We have to sometimes keep digging, asking ourselves that same question, because the mind will easily answer you quickly to get you to be quiet, like it'll say, nope, you're getting uncomfortable, I'm going to answer this question. Nope. I'm going to eat the potato chips because I deserve it. I walked, all right, we did an episode on that. I walked 3 miles yesterday, so me not walking today, I can have that. No, there's a reason, like that brain is going to give you, we go after that excuse again, like really dig down.
I like to ask the question, if I did know, what would the answer be? Because then I'm opening up my brain to what the actual answer is. Right. It's like, when I say I don't know, it's like, oh, well, there's the excuse, I don't know. And when I say, if I did know, what would the answer be? I got to come up with something. I have to come up with something. It doesn't necessarily mean it is the perfect answer, but it's something.
Right. Yeah. I was, when I catch myself now, because there's time, I've been busy all year. I mean, as we've done episodes on, as my change of environment and moving and decluttering. So I've been extremely busy and stuff. So I make sure I don't get caught up in that busyness aspect. So I do at times take time, and I'm very blessed right now. I'll take 15 minutes and go sit out by the water and just like let my brain rest a little bit before I move on to another task or whatever. So, but yeah, I think people think within being busy, they're going to find the answers to questions, and that's not where the answers are. It's not at all. You're just keeping your mind busy. That's all you're doing. Avoiding. I do have another sonnet.
All right. I'm liking this trend.
No, say that again. I do have another sonnet. Would you like to hear it?
I do have another sonnet. Would you like to hear it?
Love to.
Well done, Tracy.
Love to.
I stay busy to calm my mind. I want all the noise to stop, so busy I must be. Busy is what I must be, for what will I see without it? Nothing to do, is for slackers, lazy, unmotivated, and that I am not. Taking time to rest will only force me to see what I don't want to see. See the fears, the unhappiness, and the self-doubt. So that I have been running and getting to nowhere. So here I sit, time to get busy, or maybe not today. Maybe today I'll sit and let all that is meant to be just be. Maybe today I stop and feel the feelings, acknowledge the fears, and know that I am okay. I may be a little fractured, but I'm okay. For today, that's okay.
Very nice.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
love it.
But busyness. If you find yourself, I'm talking to you, viewer, if you find yourself constantly running, ask yourself, I mean, I think we gave you some really good tips, ask yourself, what are you avoiding? Ask yourself if you even really want to do it. Like, if you don't want to do it, who could be doing it? If you spend like hours cleaning the house and you hate cleaning the house, can you hire a cleaning person? Like, think about how just because a task has to be done does not mean it always has to fall on your shoulders. And I think sometimes as a woman, we take that on.
Mhm.
The house has to be clean, the meals have to be cooked, the children have to be, like, all of these things. I think that's a really good episode. We should talk about asking for help. I don't know, maybe we've done that already, but
Mm.
I think that's a good episode. But so comment below. Tell us your thoughts about busyness. Tell us how busy you are. Do you take that time to just decompress or ask your questions to yourself? Share this with somebody that you see has these tendencies and they need to really take a moment for themselves. Make sure you subscribe so you get notifications for every Wednesday you get a new episode.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.